Hi everyone, I'm Rob and I'm from the Geelong Jail Museum in Geelong, Victoria. And today I'm standing under our gallows here at the Geelong Jail Museum. And I wanted to talk to you today about executions and the funky history. You see, here in Victoria, we had 187 executions. 5 of those were women. But most of the executions in Victoria would happen at the old Melbourne Jail. In fact, out of all those executions, 133 happened in the old Melbourne Jail. 13 would take place in the Ballarat Jail on the Goldfields, 10 in Pentridge, 10 in Castlemaine, 8 in Beechworth, 6 here in Geelong, and 3 in Ararat and 3 in Bendigo. But really, it's a fascinating history. Executions. And the history in Victoria of executions would change quite a lot. The first executions in Victoria were actually public executions out the front, where the whole community could actually rock up for a day of entertainment to actually see that justice had taken place. And our first 2 executions here in Geelong were out the front of the jail in an area still known today as Gallows Flat. The law would then change, so the executions would have to be inside the gates or the walls of the jail. This was to stop the public from viewing an execution. Important people, and certainly members of the public, could still attend, but you'd have to be invited. The law again would change, so that an execution would actually have to be performed within the jail, on a gallows such as this. And so for our gallows here, only 1 of our 6 executed men was done on the gallows here. The 3 before him were done in the courtyard out the front, and our first 2, wow, out on the street. Wacko. You gotta love history. But it's interesting to think about executions here in Victoria, or in Australia. And Victoria had the highest rate of people condemned to death of anywhere in Australia. Between 1842 and 1975, we had 606 criminals convicted and sentenced to be executed. Wow. But as I said, only 187 of them would actually be executed. But if you're looking at the gallows here, just a couple of really interesting features. We have a sandbag here under the gallows. That's because you're standing above with the rope around your neck. The floor will open and you will fall, hopefully quickly, to your death. Now, the idea of the sandbag is purely to stop the floor swinging back and hitting you in the face, because it's really, they want the rope to kill you, not the door smacking you in the face. Our other interesting feature is this cell here, cell 19. It has a door going outside. This is where the first 5 people would have walked to the gallows. On the other side is the condemned cell, and this is where you'd spend your last night alive here in Geelong. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Wacko executions. What an interesting history. If you are in Geelong, please drop down to the Geelong Jail Museum, have a look, have a walk, because we just love sharing the history here at the old Geelong Jail.